After the short one comes, I guess, a normal one. Chapter 12. The sky was weeping light. Slaughter made his way through the blisterness to the upper surface of it. It was raining, but instead of water, it was a substance that made things slimy and sticky. The nest was half destroyed from orbital bombardment, smoke raising from different places. Slaughter called his team to come up. First came Cutthroat that brought the Magos biologist with him. Following them was Stab and Woundmaker. The rest of Daylight Wall remained under the command of Frenzy. Mirhan ordered the biologist evacuated. 4 Space Marines would be enough. They couldn't contact the chapter master, but they will win the day. The biologist pointed to something upwards. There was a light in the sky with a tiny coal of red. They all knew it was the death of a ship. Woundmaker was angry, wondering how the crew got their hands on orbital weapons, or even ships. The biologist pulled an actually, they moved by pod, but none of the Space Marines were amused. They wondered what could have killed the ship. Was it an accident or coincidence? And if it was the second one, then someone was responsible. The same noise sounded again, twice more, hurting the ears of the Space Marines. Laurentis explained his theory and why he needed specialist equipment to communicate. The group made their way from the upper surface of the blister nest, whatever. Laurentis fell because it was slippery, and Cutthroat always pulled him up by the scuff of his hood. The biologist explained that if the Chrome were capable of speech, they could be capable of much more, like having ships. Slaughter asked Laurentis if he was right. Then, what could they be saying? At first, the biologist thought it was their surrender, but now he thought that it might be the Chrome asking them for surrender. While they ran to their position, booms started to follow. Explosions of light and bile from the nest followed next. The other members of Daylight Wall started to discuss if the Chrome had other weapons, but Slaughter told them to continue their movement. Laurentis had a theory that the Chrome were blowing up their own nest as a decoy to move their queen or eggs. Another bomb detonated close to them, knocking them down, messing up the gravity registers of the Space Marines. Slaughter asked if they were using gravity weapons or bombs. The biologist tried to find an explanation, but he couldn't find anything. And then, more Chrome attacked, but Stab and Cutthroat would kill them. Slaughter and Woundmaker would take the biologist, but they ended up near a river, and the Chrome came from the other side of the river. Slaughter met them with his broadsword, and he gave the order to protect the biologist. Next, they formed a 4-point defense, and that would amaze the biologist, but it would also scare him. There is nothing as dangerous as an Imperial fist standing his ground.